Yep, we're here. We're doing it. I don't know. What are we doing? I don't know. Oh, God. I guess probably trying to unlock the Isaac stuff so that I can get the Lost unlocked, because I guess that's what we're doing now. And Jacob. Of course. The only one. The greatest. In the meantime, let's go for more of this, because if I unlock the Lost, that's all well and good, but I don't actually have the major gimmick of the guy being able to, well, the one most important thing about the character being able to, you know, not die in a single hit. The Holy Mantle. I'm trying to get the Holy Mantle. Or Greedier mode. Really, I don't care. I'm also eating a bowl of spaghetti. My knees are weak. Arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already. Is it mom's spaghetti? Yes. How did you guess? Might go do more, I don't know, like eating ASMR coming up here then. Yeah? As always, just fuck me right up. Okay? You know what? I'll take it. Speed is not the best right now. Certainly it's not negligible. It's not zero. Okay, number one thing to do, I think I'm just going to go step on the middle button after getting about 7 coins. Get growth hormones, and then have a good run. That's the only thing really that is required for having a good run, as far as I'm concerned right now. In fact, that should do it. Yeah. One quick bruh later, and now already back to being able to have a very easy greed mode run, I assume. I'm very close to getting 500 coins into the machine. We'll see if that happens, though. All right. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I don't care that much about that. All right, let's do it. Yeah. Yo, it's a video games guide. You already tried Pokescription? What do you mean by that? Because Edwin McMillan, that's not the David Mullins, did actually create like some Pokemon stuff. Well, he had a failed Kickstarter for an edgy Pokemon game, which of course was included in the Inscription ARG, as you do, which is always a lot of fun. You know, I was about to watch porn, but you're live, so well, I don't stop me. I'll give you a little bit of jerk off encouragement. I hear that's a thing that apparently exists. Hey man, how you doing? You jerking that gherkin? Having a good time? Well, what does masturbation encouragement actually sound like? I don't know what it sounds like. Well, and now the stream has already, don't worry, we're not including greed mode runs in the actual video. JOI, is that what it's called? Jerk off inspiration? Look, you're gonna have to tell me about, I've heard of this before. I don't know what it actually is. I'm gonna be real here. Wait, jerking in here? Ah, yeah, come on in. It's a whole, well, welcome to the circle jerks, everybody. It's my revival. We're re-recording group sex right now. No. It was a very influential punk band. Anyway. I don't know. I don't want somebody to talk directly to me when, you know, I'm walking the dog. It's weird. I don't like it. One floor in, we're already unhinged. Not even one floor in. This is literally the starting floor. You don't want JL buddies? I don't want JL buddies. You know, I'm gonna admit, poggers. All right. Well, I think we got a good run going. Just already pogging onto my gourd, and it's been like one floor.
All right, let's go.
Man, just pogging. Bomb. I will actually take a bomb. Sure. I'll also take this. As for everything else, I think I'm okay. Yeah. Man, pogtastic. I was like that Beth gets the angel rooms almost immediately. Get right in there, pick you up, put you in the bathtub, make you squeak clean.
All right, let's go.
I don't get too excited there. That said, I do like myself a mystery gift. Oh, and there's also Ultra Greed Shopkeeper, which is fun too. All right. How many times will the Soul Heart overcharge the book for as many Soul Hearts as you have? Each half Soul Heart is equivalent to one charge of the book. But it's like, you know, I need to actually have like an active item to really get the most out of it. So right now it's just to create a couple extra wisps here and there. Nothing very impressive, to be honest. Man, with Sacred Heart almost immediately, it's just like, this is going to be... I hope you started jerking it by now, because this is definitely one to be jerking to. Anyway. Oh, we just want to pog together. And we're doing it. I don't know what you're talking about. Pogging? You do be pogging, though. I guess just, like, finish it up at this rate, right? Like, why even bother not? Now, if only I could also get another angel room. There is no guarantee that such a thing is going to happen, though. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Pog. Almost pogged, and that'll increase the chance even more. All right, let's go. Oh, I did want to grab this first. Oh, no, wait, I can't do that. There's no... No, I guess I'll take this. Well, what to do? What to do to die today? Shop, secret room, if I could find that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'll take that. Screw it, just do it. Whatever, it's an item, I suppose. And I will take this. See, one of the fun things about the, you know what, just... Sure? Maybe you? I mean, this actually does give you a Tears Up is the thing. It's really pretty substantial. So, I'm gonna go for it. Ooh. Got a Dwayne there, but I don't have any more bombs. Whatever. Does Key Piece do anything for greed mode? It does increase your chance of getting a devil deal at the end of the floor. You know, that's it's like by 7% or something like that. So it is still worth it. It's actually like good, but you know, it's not like oh man, absolutely essential. Can't do without it. It's just, oh hey, that's cool. Hey, nice. Half price keys. If only I could get all my
This is the ultimate power.
Speaking of the ultimate power. Pog. What an amazing run to start out with here. It's like I've barely even begun and we already got this amazing run going on here. No. You know what I want. I want like either the cancer trinket or I want here, what do you got? Endless Nameless? Might be good. Might be cool. Certainly a few different things I could actually want with this. I saw that. There's a bunch of needles in the ground. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, that said, again, I don't really think... I guess I'm just going to throw like 99 coins into the machine at this rate. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which is not impossible. Come on. Get out of here, yo. But yeah, now instead of like 69%, it should be like 75%. 71%. Okay. It's more. It's more than nothing. Get out of here, you. Even in spite of nerfs.
That's it.
Nice. I'll take it. Unfortunately, I have no keys again. Should really make sure that I, 50% higher, blah, 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 blah. Sure, why not? Until I get something a little bit better than that, I suppose. I'm gonna lose some tears. Not that tears are really that much of a deciding factor of how I'm doing stuff right now. Give me some keys. Sure, why not? Good pills. All right, and continuing on. These is 3 a.m. my place, and it's the first time I see you live. I mean, it's like, to be fair, for me, I was just, I'm uploading the final episode of Parabox, so I had to wait for that to render. That thing for whatever reason, that thing crashes,
This is the ultimate power.
Sure. Goofy.
Seems like you need more training.
No, that's a pretty good item. Something I would like. Anything else of interest? To be honest, just go take the... I don't even think that works in this. What an amazing run. And it's just like, I was planning to eat the rest of my spaghetti before starting this up, and I didn't. Don't worry, we'll get mukbang. It's coming up, everybody. Stick here for the great run, and then stick around for the mukbang. Mukbang? I don't know. I don't know Korean. I'm sorry, everybody. I failed you as a doctor yet again, as per usual, as I almost always do. Ah. Okay then. I see that there is a large eyeball up there. Not anymore. All of my poor wisp stuff. All right. Anyway. Oh, where are you from? Oh, America. I'm living in America. Eye to eye, vision to vision. References. Anyway. Yeah, I was saying, final episode of Parabox coming out. And then I'm going to start working on the Inscription Super Series. Let's just call it that. At least that's the plan. Also got to go... Also, I have to go actually... if I'm doing like the whole weekly thing for Invisible Ink, I do actually have to play the game too. Just something to consider. Loot River should also be sometime this week. I should get started on that already. I've been playing a little bit off screen. It's been fun. A lot of good stuff. Needless to say though, I've been doing a lot of Isaac. There's been a number of Isaacs happening as of late. Which is why, I don't know, see kind of Trisagion. I don't even know if this is going to work with this. No, I'm fairly certain it does not. That said, not like I needed to. Nice. 25% higher chance for the angel deal, up to 90%. If Satan shows up, I'm not going to be, and even entertaining the thought of taking anything from him. What sort of wisps do you get for this? Oh, I actually could have just... Yeah, they do that whole thing where you now have the ability to very easily get the clicker. Oh, I'm not using the clicker. That's a little bit too spicy for me. No. Wait. Oh, the big beam. Actually get the profit. Well, whatever. I got Seraphim, which means that we're looking pretty good already. Okay. Monk like scum mud. Monk? Scum mud. No, I don't understand. In fact, I understand less than...
Let's go.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just give me all the good items. Whatever. I don't even care. I have 40 damage now. Why not? This is what the game is doing. What is happening in this run? What the hell, even? You should start saving money. Good point, actually. Because at this point in time, I'm probably, yeah, I could actually use that. Oh, it's the Hang Castle theme. Kind of like that one. It's no, pronounce yuck. Yuck. Did I do it right? I kind of don't need any more items, I guess is the thing at this rate. I have 40. I have almost 50 damage right now. It's not like I'm breaking the game either. This is just how it happened. It's weird. Yeah, let me go turn off cheat engine here. Go turn off my dream luck. I don't know anything about that guy except he cheated at a speedrun. I didn't even see what that was. Come on. Whatever. Get out of here. And Angel Room for a little bit even more health. Cool and nice. Also, excellent. Okay, hey, thank you, NoWay69U, by the way, for the sub. I love you, as always. I've never seen Isaac gameplay. What the hell is that? Okay. So, the crown thing that I have that's on top of my head that's glowing doubles my damage. Magic Mushroom increases my damage by 1.5 times. A Sacred Heart, I believe, does the same thing. I have several things that also just increase my damage outright. Tech Axe is the thing that's giving me the Ring of Lasers. The Monstrous Lung is giving me so that I'm shooting multiple lasers on top of that. The Pepper is giving me Fire Breath, which will also deal damage over time to enemies in addition to everything else. I can continue on from that point, but you get it. It's a very good run. There's a lot of great stuff happening here. What you got? Sure, why not? Let's throw even more damage on top of there. See, look, now I got like over 55 damage. Cool and nice. I guess I might as well go in here now. Got any other wacky stuff to give me? At this rate, might as well sub since I've been watching 3 years, and I think I love you too. Aw, thank you. Hey, even more tears, nice. Hope you enjoy this sort of nonsense before I go into a real run that's not just, you know, faffing about in the bindle of Ibex. Watch him mess up. How can I mess up at this rate? I mean, I'm probably going to lose the... Oh, nah. No? No. Probably going to lose the... Oh, hey, look, it's Balrog. From Cave Story. Probably going to lose the Crown of Light. If I'm not at full health, I kind of lose out on that. Oh my god, look at some of those guys. But that's like... It's still a pretty minor concern. I'll have more than enough health to be able to beat the game regardless. Alright, I think we're good. And then Dim Bulb will give me an even more of a stat boost by the end here. Alright, get rid of Balrog. What are your expectations that I'm going to win the video game? Like, I don't... the thing that we're planning to do in this run here is that... Well, in this, like, video... Technically not even doing as of just yet... Is that we are going to go and basically unlock the Lost. Maybe also do some Forgotten runs. That's the sort of thing that I'm thinking of right now. So this is Mukbang. Got it. Yeah. We're good. I also see an Ultra Greed guy right there, too. Teardrop Charm could also be good, too. +6 lux for tear effects, considering that I got, like, the fire. Alright. Yeah, I think I can make this one work. Yes, I'm so glad we got the lyrics. Actually, he's just almost dead right now. You know what? Give me the bulb. I don't really see a whole lot more fires coming out of me here. Alright, oh, hey, Solok. It's also a good item. Cool. Ugh, see, I didn't even get hit on this floor. Come on. Right. I'm gonna go do more E-bruns. And there we go. We got greedier mode, at least. And that's it. Always what you expect, right? Well, that was dumb. Anyway. Okay. Who wants to hear me eat a bunch of spaghetti while we talk? Come on. Uptime is currently about 20 minutes. We just finished a real baller of a greed mode run that was also just like I don't even know. Hey, I got greedier mode unlocked. I guess that's something. We also talked about jerking off. Anyway, continuing on. You in the hot tub. Give me a second. Let me just you want me just to mute you want to just mute the in-game music while I start to eat spaghetti? I don't think you can even hear it. It's still too quiet. So how do you want to do this, chat? How do you want to do this right now? We're going full on spaghetti. I'll even add on turtle here while I eat spaghetti. I want to hear, like, what's your idealized version of the spaghetti eating? And I'll do it. Put it in the fryer with cheese on. No. Anyway, try again. It's not pierogi, it's spaghetti. Like, come on here. I don't have a fryer. Play Fart Megalovania. What sort of, how does that help me or hinder me from eating spaghetti in any way? I feel like you people just bass boosted. Is that even possible on OBS? I don't think it quite has that sort of level of something. Got the compressor, got the expander, got the limiter. Noise gate. No, I don't think there's any sort of bass boosting. Dipping ramen style. I don't have chopsticks, period. Slurping audibly but not too loudly. Do you want the game music on in the background? Do you want different game music? Actually, you know what? Oh, hey, you know what? This is actually like literally the perfect time for this right now. I did record myself unlocking The Forgotten and Blue Baby, as well as the missing poster, so we can go and play some of those videos if you wanted to see some of that. I assume so. Why else are you here? Now, warning, vaporwave. All right, so which one do I got here? I think that's the last video that I put up. Got a 47-minute one and a 45-minute one. Sweet Director's commentary? You mean me eating spaghetti over vaporwave? I mean, it's like, this is... I think this is going to be very bad. I'm going to be real with you right now. But we're going to do it. You can't stop me. I'm doing it right now. I guess. I suppose. My supposition is this exact thing. Sure. Say hi to VLC Media Player. Can you put Italian music on in the background? No, I'll put on the music that I was playing when I was doing this run, which is Vaporwave. So once again, everybody get ready for Vaporwave. Was this the one? Yeah, like no, this is the one because I got the shovel there. Here, let's go start at the beginning of the run. Double speed. If that's what you want, chat. No. Oh, they're really exaggerate. I'm gonna really just exaggerate eating right now. Oh, God. You know, I say often that this is literally the worst content that I've ever made, but I think this one might actually be it. Oh, it's a Pop Team Epic reference. That's fun. I dare you. Don't make me laugh so hard. I'm gonna like vomit or something here. I dare you to put this on YouTube. Yeah. No, I'm fairly certain this is literally the worst content I've ever done. That was an Amazing World of Gumball reference, I think. Demonetized me eating spaghetti? Oh, I tell you, it's just like, what sort of... What sort of standards do you have? Oh, here's how I tried to get the foot to stomp on the Dwayne. Here I tried not to get the foot to stomp on the... Oh wait, let me get some spaghetti into my gaping maw. I mean, I've entirely forgot. Spaghetti's busting though, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, I tried not to get the feet to stomp on the something or other. I don't know. What was I saying? The explosions, but that's fine. Just ASMR mukbang. Well, what do you want me like? You won't turn down the music even a little bit less in the background? And I'll turn up my gain a little bit, and then I'll start. And I'm gonna start with. And now I'm gonna start whispering. What kind of sauce did you make? It's low sodium red sauce. Literally the most. Give me 1 second. The most basic sauce that you can imagine. That's right. Raw sauce. Tomato paste. No. Tomato paste has salt in it. Basic boy. I'm sorry, Kirachi, if you're coming in here for the first time. This is highly cursed content. This is not what it's normally like in here, to be fair. I swear I'm not normally like this. That's a pro level play though, right? I think that was a pretty good play. The foot to start. It's fine, it's fine. It's just spaghetti. I'm not gonna choke on spaghetti. No, it's spaghetti eating mukbang while I show the run where I unlock the Forgotten in the background. Normally you have to pay for this sort of content on other websites. That's some good paschetti. That's my favorite. My favorite. Now I'm gonna lick the bowl that I was eating it out of. See, and you came in here expecting Binding of Isaac, and you got so much more. Oh, I ate that really fast. Anyway. All right. Well, you kind of get the point here. It's just like, yeah, I continued on. Got a pretty good run going. I still didn't have like the actual unlock for the Dark Room as of just yet, so I did need to go through the... I'm still coughing because I literally inhaled that spaghetti at the end there. What we're talking about here? Oh yeah. I still need to do the sacrifice room because I still don't have the Dark Room unlocked normally, which is funny, but such is how it is. Ugh, man. Okay. I'm about the whole seat, but I only need the edge. This is not going on YouTube. Oh, by the way, I guess this was also the point that I unlocked Blue Baby as a character, as well as the Hush fight. But not that mattered because I wasn't really doing the Hush fight here. That was not really the plan. We had oh so many other things to be doing. And then, yeah, just kind of go through this floor. Ah, too far. What happens when you speed up Vaporwave? Is it just normal music then? I don't really know. Gross. We want our gross weirdo back. Do you really? There it is, baby. Anyway, point is that the Forgotten is unlocked now. Okay, get this out of here. Get this out of here. Get this guy out of here. We're going to go back and do the actual game now. It's Vapor Core. I don't even know what that means. All right, well. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the spaghetti eating ASMR stream with Vapor Core in the background, but now we have actual runs to get back to. Speaking of which, just unlocked the Blue Baby character in the last run that I did, or showed on stream, I suppose. And that means that I'm going to be playing as him to finally unlock the D6. I still think that I can normally get into the cathedral, but maybe I'll just get like an angel room or something to spawn eventually. Blue Baby was the original challenge character of the game. It's like he was supposed to be, you know, oh, you can't get red hearts, and now half of the characters in the game, if you count tainted ones, do exactly that. So he's just kind of, you know, he's just one of the boys now. He's not really a much better or worse than anything else. Apparently they also made it so that he has the natural... Wow, Big Chubby again on the first run of the day. What are the chances? That was something? I think it was an experience to be had, and an experience that the people watching this on YouTube are not going to get to see because, holy Christ, I say very often in my streams that this is the worst stream that I've ever done. I'm fairly certain that was the worst thing that I've ever done on stream, and I've read the entirety of the CBT wiki page while playing Risk of Rain 2, so, you know. I've done some terrible things. I have done many sins against Twitch and its entire culture. I like to think of it as an experimental art piece. You know, it gets like abstract, but in a way that you can appreciate if you have an eye for if you have a real artistic tastes, right? Cognitive behavioral therapy? Yeah, that one. Anyway, would like to go get bombs here. But hey, Forgotten unlocked. We got Blue Baby unlocked. I got plenty more things unlocked through just playing Greed mode again, including actually getting Greedier mode there. So I think that making some pretty good progress in terms of making stuff happen in The Binding of Isaac, which is great because this game, as you've seen so far, can be slow. Real slow. Like, man, I forgot just how many runs that it takes to actually yeesh. But yeah, that's only one dash. How many runs it actually takes to like unlock even just the cathedral and everything. Although, no, I suppose I knew it was always like 11 still, though. Ugh. having to actually, you know, saying that and then having to actually do it are two very different things. So, hopefully after I get past this point, and I've already got quite a few things unlocked in terms of attempting to... Wait, what was the thing I was trying to look for? Like a bomb or something? I don't even remember. But, yeah, it's like, hopefully I've already got a good head start unlocking the Polaroid in negative, so it won't take too long. I can only hope. Also, Hush is already there and everything, so I can start to make some real progress into getting some things unlocked. Oh, the bomb for Dwayne, that's right, but I couldn't quite get that. Hey, you missed the spaghetti ASMR mukbang stream. A vaporwave stream. it's never gonna. That's why you gotta be on the stream if you want to see something like that. And why would you? Why would you want to see something like that? There's good reason why I don't put this on the YouTube stuff at home. Please. Okay. Well, at least I got keys. No bombs, but keys. And Smart Fly is good, but it does also require you to get hit. So, sort of lessens its level of usefulness there. Especially on a character that can't get red hearts. Not that that should be too much of a concern, but, well, you never know if you don't go. And you'll never shine if you don't glow. So, hey now, it's still a challenge characters to a certain degree. All right. Man, just thinking, it's like it used to be that the idea that you beat Mom's heart 8 times was because, you know, that was the final boss of the game. Now it's like not even remotely close to the final boss. The 2 other final bosses that come after it are not even final bosses anymore. They're just nothing. About to go unlock the Lost. It's like as a character, it's 1,000 times more a challenge character than Blue Baby ever was. It's absurd in that way. Of course, back in Flash Isaac, you also were able to stack hearts off the screen. There we are. Which is what made it so powerful. Which is what made like Soul Heart so powerful in the first place. Just go get so much health that you never actually see it go down. Which is kind of necessary because the original Flash Isaac was a little bit broken, a little bit busted in how it actually functioned. And not just because it was programmed in Flash. Right? Anything else for me to get here before make my way downtown, walking fast, cars are passing, I'm homebound? No. This like elite guy in the middle is probably going to be more frustrating to deal with than the actual boss because it can turn 90 degrees on a dime. But not literally on a dime because that would actually be helpful for me. Ah. Don't worry, Pin. I'll deal with you after I deal with the boss. Hell yeah, dude. And there, that just shows up already filled up being, you know, that whole thing. Oh, the highest highs this channel will ever reach. No, you didn't. You did not. Oh, my God. You don't even know how many more highs there are than that. You don't even know how much farther I'm going to
This is only the beginning.
fall into. Grace? Disgrace? What do you even say? Anyway. Great. And Wellworm, for whatever that's worth. Nothing. It's worth nothing. It means nothing and it's worth nothing. Anyway. Oh boy, stream cannot get any more EU friendly. Well, hey, it's the work week, baby. I'm back on the daily Sigma grind set. And that means that I can't stream at good times. I can only stream at bad times again. Unfortunately, that's just the way it's It is. That's the way it is. Anyway. Not worth it. As much as I would be pogging out of my gourd to see a room like that, I don't really have the money nor the health to make that work. Ah, well. Okay. Haven't even seen any more Dwaynes. Got Dwayne on the first floor. Dwayne's not been appearing at all since. Any other fun stuff, though? Yeah, you know what? Good chance of getting more souled hearts. The hearts of the soul. Hearts de la Soul. I mean, Devil Card is, probably something that you wouldn't normally want to use immediately, but also you wouldn't want to do that, but I did it. Or this. Or this. Or this. Hey, there we go. Now that's what I call Poggers. Volume 37. Can somebody tell me really quick, how many, because I assume that they still have continued making them, how many That's What I Call Music albums exist now? And yes, I know, this is the age of digital music. Why would you continue making that? Just tell me. Tell me how many there are, because I want to know. That was a thing. That was a thing back in the day. You used to have all of the commercials telling you to get all of the hits combined into one, and then it was that blue bumper at the end of the commercial that told you to call some sort of toll-free number. They were all over the place back in the day. That's what we had instead of 5-second ads that you skip because you have ad blocker anyway. 69. Okay, now come on, be serious. This is a serious question. I expect serious answers for this serious stream. Now let me eat more spaghetti. Come on. Now I'm getting all the red hearts I need. I was just playing as Bethany. Not that it really mattered, considering how well that run went. But, I suppose it doesn't really... I also got to get, like, some actual runes unlocked at some point in time here, because there are things that actually give me runes, like those invisible guys, or the Mom's Ring, I think it's called, that I just don't get any benefit at all from right now. It's, tragic. Yeesh. Come on. Oh, I need some more damage here as well. Can only hope the angel will provide. That it will scoop me up, stick me into the bathtub, and make me squeak clean. Come on. Come on! It's taking so long. I got a feeling. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, it's No Face from Spirited Away. That's a fun reference, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyway, 420? Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Trying to tell me 69. Come on, what do you think I was born yesterday? What do you think they just took another Doc Firebird out of the Duncan Idaho clone tubes? Because the previous one died from eating too much Taco Bell? It happens to every single other one of them, I'm telling you. Ah! Come on now. Anyway, I feel like I'm not getting as much from these poops as I want to. Because, that's the greatest charm point of Blue Baby, being able to have the poop item to start with, yes. Oh, if it's not paying out, then what's even the point of playing this game? Anyway. Still have Sonic Heroes, by the way. Should probably end up... Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm just... should probably end up changing that to something else over the course of this stream. That's 2 or 3 for Fly, I guess. And also, Mulligan's the one that is, like, bad Guppy, right? There have been 82 in the U.S. alone. Wow. Wow. And once again, I'm not surprised, actually. It's just, that is more or less what I expect. And they're still coming out, right? Of course they are. I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking that. Good. But, check out Sonic Frontiers. People have been telling me about it, but I have not... No, I didn't get it. I did not get it at all. No, but people have been telling me about it, but no, I never watch trailers. Unless there's somebody that you can tell me that reacted to the trailer that I would be interested in watching. That's the only way I watch trailers. I was talking about, like, that Stray game, the cat simulator game. The best part of Murdered Soul Suspect made into a proper video game. That's right, everybody, finally. And that's only because I was watching somebody else watch the direct. And That's What I Call Music releases 109 last year. I'm guessing that's probably like the original British. Sounds like probably where it originated from. Just taking a wild guess based on absolutely nothing. At least we get fart with reverb nonstop. It's a game made using Unity assets. What, Sonic Frontier, or are we talking about Stray? Which, yeah, not unheard of for, like, Sonic, I feel like. Okay, yes, unheard of, but not unexpected. I do. UK, Ireland. Yeah, I called it. I don't know. Once again, I don't even know why. Maybe I heard that at some point in time, like in the distant past or something, and I just retained that knowledge that, yes, that is what I call music. That's what I say, and that's what it is. Anyway. Oh my god, it's so many. This thing's just 100, like, and this started in what, like the 90s or something? So they've been churning out like what, one every three months or so? Feels like. It might not have even been the 90s. That might have even been like 2000s, because that's, yeah, that feels like a very 2000s thing. Thinking about like the style of like the album covers and everything. It's very 2000s-y. Sort of that like nouveau 90s, but still not quite the same thing. Kind of hard to explain if I don't bring up like what the album covers actually look like. All right. No, I think this goes on my left one. Yes, okay. It does not go on the end of my bar. Thought I remembered that correctly. Watch a gameplay and you'll understand. Nah. Oh, you're asking so much of me. I guess. Double indemnity, right? Can't be tried for the same crime twice. Anyway, anyway. First ever was 1983. Wow, that's way earlier than I would have thought, because that, like, compact discs, that's what I call music. Is so synonymous with compact discs in my mind that the idea that there was like a vinyl version of that or something, because I can't imagine that it came out like on 8-track or something back in the 80s. Maybe it did. Is just shocking to me. Oh, these bats are going to be driving me batty. Anyway. But far reverb sound effect. Like I know what asset flip games look like. If I actually saw it, I'm sure I would probably agree. Ah, we're higher. Yeah, all right. If I do see Mom's box, I am gonna try and go grab that to get the lost poster, or at least have a chance of getting the lost poster, because that is nothing. Do they even have tear effects? No, not like consistent tear effects. Like I do have blood clot, but that's not a chance-based thing. You know what? Whatever. I'm not death card. Whoever uses the death card, or like Necronomicon or anything, they're all terrible. They're terrible. They're just constantly terrible. Anyway, we never asked for you to summon Satan while eating spaghetti. I do not summon Satan. I'm a good god, boy. How many times do I need to say this? I swear, it's like every single one of these streams, I have to remind you that how much of a pure Christian stream this is. Oh, I hate these rooms. Maybe I should have actually saved the death card for this. This would actually be a very good time to use the death card. I'll be honest. This would be a good time to use the death card. I didn't, though. And really, who's the one getting upset over that? Not me. Okay. There we are. Fire with Reaper. Canada got the first. Now that's what Canada? Oh, Canada got it after. And then US got it 10 years later. Well, that would explain why it's synonymous with, like, yeah, the late 90s, 2000s for me, because we kind of got on that boat a little bit later than the rest of the world, seemingly. Yo, UK! Why's Canada getting the preferential treatment? Have we not been cool? I thought we'd been cool. Yo, Canada, I thought we were cool. What the hell? You know what this is. It's like Canada, I meant UK. Okay, well, I guess maybe this is why. Fair enough. Ancient Recall, please give me some, like, Hierophant. Justice. A Hierophant. A Hierophant. You're killing me here. I did not need to use all of those cards immediately. I just did anyway because, you know, we're about to be installing another meme mod. Get your meme mods ready. It's not going to be Binding of Memes Poop Earth Plus. Play that right now. It could be something else. Maybe it'll be something chosen by you. I'm pointing at the screen right now. There we are. Time for you're giving me a lot of credit. Yeah, give me that how to jump. Give me a lot of credit for how much I have unlocked right now. Yes, I have the Forgore, but we're pretty far away from even unlocking the alternate route just yet. Plus, like, Old Tainted Cane is just the one where you use the wiki. And I've done streams like that. Well, thank you, Sonic. Well, what's the one we doing, boys? Canada is part of British Commonwealth, and the U.S. tossed tea in the harbor, which clearly upset the Queen. I don't care. Nobody cares about that. That all happened like 300 years before any of us were born. Really now? Oh, who still holds grudges over that? Oh, I'm so mad at France for not helping us out more during the Revolutionary War. I think they can just give us a big statue and it's going to be all fine. Anyway. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What's the dumb garbage that we're putting on here? I'm seeing Morbin Time Fat Bat. You know what? Do you just want me to do Morbin Time Fat Bat? Yeah. I'm just guessing right now. Right? Just say it. Morbin. Yeah, okay, we're doing it. There's the terrible meme du jour. Accomplished yet again. All right, come on, let's get a good Blue Baby run going here. Just because I wanged that first one, it's been some time. It has not been some time since I've been doing this. There it is. Good loading screen on top of that as well. Also, yeah, reset that back. No, not there. Reset that back up. Also, yeah, I was thinking like should soundtracks should look at some more soundtracks here. Jesus Christ, what did I just walk in on? Oh my God, you don't even know. This stream has been extraordinarily cursed. You know what? Give me this End Is Nigh soundtrack. That's a fun one. Get yourself remixed versions of classical songs. Yeah. Or at the very least, you know. Yeah, something a little bit different. Sure, why not? All right, come on. All I really need to do is just get to Cathedral. Finish that up. And then we can go to Isaac. Re-rolling shops until I get Mom's box. Use Mom's box constantly over and over until I get the missing poster. And then use the missing poster to unlock the Lost. It is so many steps to go. But at the same time, it is still a very straight line for all the things I need to do here. There's X amount of runs that need to be done, and then it's just going to be all in the hands of the RNG. Come on, get over here. Come on. Not summoning a demon with that, you know. First off, what sort of demon is summoned with spaghetti? Second off, not a devil boy, a god boy. Come on now. I'm here to tell you all about Jesus. That's why you're here. It's like that's why you came here. This is my sermon. Right? It's been a while. I've seen the Vitami, eventually Gilded Union won the last video. Of all the videos to give me props for, the Gilded Union one is kind of surprising just because... Wait, what did he say? I'll admit I haven't actually watched too much of that guy's stuff, despite him being a fellow Dead Cells dude. Is he just... He was terrible? It's kind of a terrible item. But like, yeah, still doing the same thing. Still doing a bunch of like viewer-suggested series and assorted ephemera on YouTube that tends not to be very popular, but I do enjoy doing anyway. Oh man, great. Starting up Isaac here, which is not, of course, you know, again, the most in vogue sort of series, but somebody wanted me to play it, and then I got into it. So here we are. Such is the way of the world. At least we're doing it super memed out mode. Is that Steven? I think it's Steven. Steven Shopkeeper. Fun. Oh, spaghetti demon. Spaghetti, as we all know, is very holy dish. Haven't you ever heard of that funny meme religion? Actually, can I? Mayhaps. There we are. For, you know what? Extra cards. Why not? Hierophant would be excellent. Excellent, excellent. Gilded Yumi, though. It's just that item. I don't know what to tell you. It is unimpressive. No, that's pretty much it. Kept trying to make it work over the course of, what, 3 different streams, and it just... That weapon, it's just like a worse version of the marksman's bow. I think most people would agree on that one. So the item was so bad, even a guy who plays as good as you has a... Wow, really? Nice. I mean, of course, I'm like sub to him and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. Got nothing but respect for the guy and everything, but it's just like I watch so many streamers. I watch so many streamers. As of right now, I've been on a kick watching people play through like Elden Ring right now, of all things. I didn't even like that game that much. Blushing. I'm blushing a little bit. I'm blushing because it's just like, oh man, and I don't know. I do not even like, reciprocated enough. As good as me. It's like how many? I just showed the stats in my last video, and it's like, what was it, 2% run win rate? Absurd. Well, to be fair, I did start a whole bunch of those runs over just because, hey, it's supposed to be... Really? Thought I had that one called right there. Don't inflate his ego. Not my ego. Although that means larger waffles. Dad jokes here. That's what we're doing in this stream. Oh. Come on. Come on. There we go. I want to apologize for that one time in the past where I left this mean-spirited comment on one of your Hollow Knight playthroughs. I blame you for letting me, the fan base, push you around. In truth, I failed to understand the functionality of the Twitch point system. But then I will force you to play Hollow Knight again as soon as I know. You can't just force me to play Hollow Knight again. That's not how that works. You cannot just do that one more time. I've already put in place an entire rule based around no repeat games unless there's new content that I did not cover through the original playthrough. So if you want me to go and play Celeste again, that is fair game. If you want me to... No, there's actually nothing. I did everything in Hollow Knight. There's literally nothing that you can possibly have me do anything extra in that game. It's all been done. It is entirely... Now, you can do that with money. You can always ply me with cold, hard cash. All bindings? I guess all bindings is technically... That's not really substantial content. I feel like I can put a caveat on there. Substantial content. You know, content that would be considered, like, large enough for a repeat playing. Not something, you know, tiny and minor. Tiny and insignificant. All right. I'll do that. It's got to be big. You have a mod for Sen? Yes. I have so many mods installed right now. That's why we had the that's why we were having the no, not that. That's why we were having the like Persona soundtrack on for a good amount of this. Oh, I thought this was Persona 3 soundtrack, not as good. There we go. Persona 4 and maybe even Persona 5 would be the ones to get. All right, not actually good, but I suppose the damage up is appreciated. Once again, I gotta actually like start doing stuff with other people on the internet. I feel like I've been living in my own world this entire time, rather than just giving the rare shout out to somebody here and there. Come on, come on, come on. does Betrayal really not work on this? Oh, come on. I mean, look, here's the thing. I've played Hollow Knight so many times that I can, like, speed run that game in a single sitting. And by speed run, I mean, you know, in big quotes, speed run. But still, that is not... There's still something to be said about the fact that, yeah, that game usually takes, like, 40 hours? A Dog Grapefruit crossover. Yeah, that's actually who I've been watching as of late. Just a bunch of that guy's stuff. I have no reason for it, but yeah, as of late I've been watching him do the one with the playthrough he's been doing with Lark doing Elden Ring. Yeah, there we go. I saw in one of his streams he said that he turned back on raids, so we can raid him eventually. Ooh, there we go. Now that's a high quality item. this literal piece of poop. But it is for you know, this sort of combination of items that I have. that is the way you would describe it. It's an unfortunate truth about this world. Pogtrified poop. I hate that. But it is accurate. Can I just get, like, Betrayal to hit one of these guys in the back? Because that's all it would take. Can you use poop to make a bridge? I can. I don't know if I necessarily... You know, for a brown chest, though, those are like the lesser of chests. I want to go for the gold. The gold, baby. Or at least, like, red chests. Like, regular iron chests. I can't... They're called, like, brown chests, right? I don't know if that's worth it. I might as well, though, I suppose. Pogtrified. All right. Okay. See? Told you. Not worth it. I'm sorry. I was getting distracted there for a second. For reasons. Anyway. Oh, yeah. That looks really good. Morven. You do be Morven. Anyway. Continuing on here. Yeah. Got it. Like, barely. Kind of surprised, to be honest. Okay. Got it. Might as well just start this video over at this rate, given how these runs have been going. Gonna be doing one more. I hope you got your meme run. I hope you got your meme run all set up and ready to go, because we're doing this, apparently. Okay. What do you got in here? I don't have any keys. I'm just realizing right now. There wouldn't have to be any keys buried in this absurdly sized pile of poop. This comically sized pile of poop. No? Well, maybe? Mayhaps? Ugh. Man. This one might be another one of those runs that just goes right into the garbage if I don't actually manage to be able to do anything. Okay. Oh God. Nope. Managed just fine. Okay. Got my third boss all yesterday with the Iron Staff, Spike Shield, Legendary Cannon. Yeah, Legendary Cannon is a pretty good one. Ice Armor and Parry Mutations. Going all in for parrying. Which, I mean, hey, parrying is very powerful. I'm always very impressed at just how the turnaround we've had on parrying. People used to never use shields, and now it's just, like, essential for so many runs. And yet here's me, where I feel like I'm doing it even less than usual. But, you know, what can I say? I mean, I spend way too long doing... Actually, that should be a secret room. I spend way too long doing showcase runs, and it is just like, you know. Sure. Forget that I have a shield most of the time, I guess. I can't believe that a lot of my health, a lot of my damage right now is coming from Betrayal of all things. Oh my God. Come on. Certainly I have something better here. I suppose Devil Deals would actually not even be out of the question now that I have, like, that cat and everything too. Really though, it's just maybe I should just go for, like, sacrifice rooms or something at this rate. There's potential. Not much, but potentially. Take it. I will, in fact, take that. Okay, man. These are, I feel like these are also just really winding, meandering sort of areas that I've come across in these floors. Feel much larger than normal, but maybe that's just me. Slowly losing his skills. It's unfortunate. But you know, that just happens. It's like one day you're on top of the world, getting Dead God, no problem at all, and then the next, it's like you get complacent, you get lazy, and then suddenly you pick up the Isaac control stick, and you realize that it's all gone. That's the price of complacency, you know? Ah. Man. Well, at least I got a key now. What to do? I'm going to actually go into the shop, because I feel like there's going to be more worthwhile stuff in there than in the other room. Wow. Now that is a shopkeeper. Grab it. I think I am going to actually pick up this, and then this. You're doing one of the worst characters in the game? I was just saying before how I don't even think he's one of the worst characters in the game anymore. He's just one of the boys. Because it's like, there's so many worse characters now. So this is why I didn't want to go in here first. I made a good choice. If I do say so myself, and I do. Fart with reverb sound effect. I do like that just punctuates so many of the things that I say right now. Just, yes, the fart reverb sound effect. Fart with reverb sound effect. Truly my light in this dark time, especially because it does have the curse of darkness here. The least important and yet most annoying of the curses. Because it's like, why does it even exist? Why is it even here? Just to make me suffer? Do I have to bring back out Eggman McMuffin, my hit new character? the Cockney pirate who delights in seeing people suffer? And hates people who play video games? Or one of Yeah, at least get like some bleed on there. Damage over time, man. And roguelites. Name a more iconic combination. All right. I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer play here. And then also make sure that I can get these things out here too with the habit. Pro gamer play. And Hollow Knight, yes, of course. Would Eggman like such a pro gamer play? I would say so. I feel like he'd have some appreciation for this sort of level of ingenuity and cleverness. All right. I'm not really planning to be going into the... Come on. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. That was the exact sort of plan that I had in the first place, and I was able to execute it in the most perfect of fashions. See, that's how... See, and I was talking about how I was losing my gamer edge. Now take a look. Now look at me. Top of the world, baby. Winning run coming up right here. Truly a pro-level gamer, the likes of which the mankind has never seen. And just goes to show you. Go look at the Parabox playthrough. I think my gamer bona fides speak for themselves. Boy, that last episode really got weird. Especially because I was doing it at like 1 a.m. Maybe not the best idea on my part, but such is the price of progress. I'm talking about the price of things a lot in this run. It's strange. I got money on my I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Dr. Inferno Firebird original saying, TM. Nobody else can take it. Gamer edge? Yeah, you know. It's what I sharpen like my gamer tools on. You know, it's sort of like it's the kind that you find on a mirror. Come on. Come on.
Enemies down. Nice move, Sensei.
I hate the fact that that I'm getting more use out of Betrayal than I ever have in any other run that I've ever done. This is not an item that should be lauded. Or even appreciated in any way, really. Come on. Come on. Inflation will do that. Well, no, I mean you don't want to have sharp things near people that are inflated. Wait, you meant economic, right? That's what I said. Can we go 3 for 3 on the uhs? No, here we go. They're not like the best, but hey, I'll take it. No, and actually I do want this. Yep. No. I'd say well as if I was going to have something else to say there. Somebody save me. Save me from this nothing I've become. Anyway. Okay, come on. Come on, Betrayal. Again, the Pro Gamer move got me a lot of health, but it didn't really give me any extra damage here at this rate. And that's kind of a problem. Sort of a big problem. Okay. Come on. Look, I can still make this one work. This is fine. I've been in worse scrapes than this. Remember when I almost had to install Poop Birth Plus? Remember? Y'all remember the Poop Birth, right? I was so close. I'll never be that close again. I refuse. Oh, something's wrong. Yeah, whatever. One of those pills that nobody has ever gotten any use of in the history of the video game. All right. Doc fell in love with a man in the mirror. That's right. I'm a real narcissus, or that one really narcissistic ape from the Donkey Kong Country cartoon that drank a love potion and then stared into a mirror and fell in love with himself. I remember that because what the hell? Like, what the hell? Seriously, what was that? Wow, nothing at all, eh? I know, right? Bruh, sound effect mod? I will never install that. You keep thinking that I'm going to install things just because you say that it's like, you should install things. And it's like, no, I don't. Come on. Come on. I don't really want to use too many more bombs here, but whatever. How am I doing right now? 19 minutes? Yeah, no, okay, never mind. I'm not going anywhere. Really, 67%? Come on now. How many more floors do I need to? How many more floors do I need to do until I can get to just the basic angel room here? Yeah, exactly, bro, sound effect mod. I was thinking the exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing. In the exact same intonation and voice. Once again, I cannot believe how much I'm getting out of all things. It's not even Betrayal, it's Backstabber. Betrayal is also pretty useless, though. It just looks sort of similar. It doesn't do the same thing, though. Okay, come on. I hate this. Yeah, Breath of Life incoming. It's true. Are we going to get 5 for 5? Do you really think it's going to happen? You know, I got the health for this. Unfortunately, I do have the health for this. But I didn't have the reward that made it worth it. Yeah, what do you got? I had a feeling. That's the one guy from Smiling Friends. Okay, then. They cannot remember his name. DJ something. Is it going to be 5 for 5? Is it going to be 5 for 5, especially when I could really use an actually good item? You know, this is not Breath of Life, in other words. Something that isn't Breath of Life. Is there a mod that changes it to Breath of Life? I could use that. Why don't you use the Persona 5 OST? I do love the OST for that game. It's pretty great. But yeah, well, how about that? What if we just install that one as the next terrible meme mod? Even though that's technically not really a meme mod. That's just a soundtrack. I guess it's a memey enough place around this corner of the internet now, isn't it? What do you got? Nice. Pog. All right. Y'all wouldn't happen to have any more coins here, would you? Really? No, not at all. Because then I could just rewind this and not lose all of my money doing this. Oh my god, a good morbing. Yeah, don't worry, we installed the morb mod earlier. Also, Spaghetti ASMR, but don't worry about that. That didn't happen. You imagined me saying that. Ah! It's a good thing I have so many bombs.
Sensei,
Makes me feel less bad about using all of them. Oh. Can't even get behind this character. God, I feel like the Persona 5 soundtrack is hot and ready, coming in fast. Is there any way that I can, like, I don't know. No. I was hoping that I could kind of get him on this thing. He's not even bothering. He's just not even bothering now. Oh. Yeah, good Persona 4 soundtrack. That was a good use of the part with reverb sound effect there. Good. That was a good beat drop. Oh my god, I just like want to stop this run. Well, at least it's a 100% chance to get an angel room at this point in time. Stop getting hit, but I've lost all. So anyway, Persona 5 soundtrack. Oh, where is it? My God, I am going to. Royals and Strikers. You know, I never actually heard of any of the Royal, or the thing. What I'm trying to think of here. Cannot think of what anyway, hopefully my internet doesn't go down, or if it does, we're not putting that episode up. That's fine by me. All right. And it looks like we're good. Oh. Give me 1 second. I am going to go take off all of my clothes because it's getting very hot in here.
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys.
Okay, I'm back. All right, well, we got the thing here. We got more terrible runs, I'm sure, incoming. Well, here, yeah. Still don't have the Isaac and Isaac mod. Oh, we can install that one later, I suppose. The Isaac Isaac. Oh, of course there is. We can do that. Doc wears clothes? No, of course I do. Of course I do. I'm exactly like all the rest of you, the featherless bipedal creatures out there, right? Yes, we all wear clothes. Anyway. Okay, let's start this one up in 5, 4, 3, 2. A lot of bad runs, a lot of very cursed content happening here, but hey, at least I have Blue Baby unlocked, and that means that we're that much closer to getting every one of the characters unlocked. Because, oh man, trying to hope for a good run where you get the missing poster to, say, unlock the Lost is not a good idea. Re-rolling, trying to get that poster, and then, but you're trying to get Mom's Box in one of the shops and making that work. That's the plan right now. That means that I gotta go take Blue Baby into the cathedral, which should hopefully be not terrible. I mean, yes, he is technically like the OG challenge character of the game and everything, but also at the same time, there are so many characters that only have soul hearts that have even less, even more detriments than, like, starting with the poop, that I feel like he's just one of the boys these days. There's very little different between a Blue Baby and many of the other characters. Also, apparently he gets flies every time he destroys a poop now, which is pretty cool. Very nice, very nice. But hey, that doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to be an easy character to play as. It's just, he's better. Also, I think I might need to even beat Mom's Heart one more time before I have permanent access to the cathedral. One of those things where I think I'm one away. Is that Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I think? Huh. Well, anyway, what was I saying here? Yeah. You need to have, like, It Lives unlocked, which is the one after you unlock Blue Baby. But additionally, the run where I unlocked Blue Baby, I also unlocked The Forgotten in a run that will not be televised due to containing horribly cursed spaghetti-based ASMR. I have a Twitch channel if you want to go see that, and you don't. Oh, Inner Eye. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with a little bit of Inner Eye action. I know that technically it's not actually, like, a good damage up or anything. People have, like, run the numbers, and it's not good or something, but... Actually, you would be a pretty high-quality thing to get it right now, too. If I get another bomb, maybe. What was I saying, though? People have run the numbers, and it's like, yeah, quad shot is like a damage increase or something, but Inner Eye is not. Maybe they changed that with Repentance, but I remember that being an entire thing back in the day. You know how that is. There's people actually like going through and running the numbers in a game like this, which of course is not meant to be a very... do I have to pull out the Eggman McMuffin voice again? Who takes the balance of the game very seriously. As long as it's against you. And pro the enemy. Oh, speaking of Persona soundtrack that I got on right now. Okay, I can't open it up right now. Oh, I also noticed, look, the third eye is in the center of his forehead, and it's also one of the cartoon X's is everything else. That's actually very cute. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. Ah! You said back in the day. I want to say, like, that was true at least as of Afterbirth Plus. The Binding of Memes Poop Birth Plus. But I couldn't quite say with exact certainty. Could also just be playing this on normal mode, but I mean, go to town to Lincoln. But yeah, there you go. Like the three X's there. Cute. Anyway, is there anything else? Yeah. Speaking of memes and all that. Oh. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah. Give me that one. Anyway. Yep, we finally got it, everybody. Give me Goro just insulting me endlessly, please. I am okay with that. Fart with reverb sound effect. I do somehow the fart with reverb sound effect punctuating everything I say has been maybe some of the best parts of these mods so far. Truly, there is nothing that entertains me more than saying something and then immediately. It's good stuff. It's actually very bad stuff, unless you're like 5 years old, which I'm not, but I mean, in spirit, I guess. Sure. little bit of Monica in my life isn't going to hurt anybody, I guess. Speed, of course, is important, but whatever. I can deal with it. I can live. I'll live effectively. And see, look, right there. It's great. Fart sound is actually Doc farting. I don't fart. We've already gone over this. I don't do any sort of bodily functions. I find them disgusting and very distasteful. There we are. And okay, that is a shopkeeper. I don't even think that's a reference. I think it's just dumb. Nice. What is your PhD in? Being a cool guy. As I'm sure you can probably guess. And then, yeah, still trying to look for like good stuff, but I don't even know what I want to like do at this point. I've already found the item room. I could go into, of course, the curse room. I don't know if that's necessarily going to have anything, or maybe just cursed eye because, you know. And as always, going to be going for angel deals, which is who I think Blue Baby kind of has a much better time with, except when I get Breath of Life for the 5th stream in a row, which I'm still fully expecting. Fart with reverb sound effect. A spin doctor, yeah, exactly. I'm all like, hey guys. Now, why do you think I keep talking about those two princes? Think about it. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, and one more. And one more. What is this soundtrack anyway? I don't even remember this from the game, to be honest. They definitely used it at some point. I don't know. I don't recognize it. Fart with reverb sound. Anyway. And sure, if we need to have 2 fart with reverb sound effects happening in a row. Oh, thank you, KVJR, by the way, for the 5 gift subs. I love you. As always. Wow. That's a pathetic bag. Now, to undercut the subs, though. Thank you, KVJR. Oh, man. Oh, welcome back to just content. You know what? Let's just say that. This is content. I'm creating content. Nobody can argue to the contrary. Some people might argue to the contrary, but they'd be incorrect. That's what's happening. Anyway. Okay. Hashtag content. No, I haven't fallen back to the start of Jump King yet. That would actually be pretty hard to do in this game, I think. Surprisingly, something that I don't think happens too often in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Poop Birth Plus. But Jake, to be fair, this is the Poop Birth character. If I was going to name any character as the face of Poop Birth, it would actually be Tainted Blue Baby, but you know what I'm saying here. Anyway, kill the music. Ever thought about doing a Catboy stream? You don't have to do the face reveal, just blast the stream with Catboys. Haven't you seen like this stupid thing that I do with the crow with the cat ears, with the pink cat ears? I feel like that's effectively the same thing. Also, we've already talked about this. It is nice. Sure, what do you got? I'll take it. But, besides, haven't you... what was I saying here? God, I've entirely lost my train of thought. It's gone. Goodbye, train. Runaway train, never coming back. Let's run away on a one-way track. See, when I can't remember what I'm talking about, just go for song lyrics. It works every time. What do you mean it doesn't work every time? What do you mean it's never worked before? You just keep doing it. Anyway. Alright, come on. Ugh. Yeah, there's like Strikers music in this. And I have not played Strikers. Now there we are. Even that +2. That was a good joke. Anyway. Oh, man. Yes, we've done the VTuber. Yeah, we did quote-unquote VTuber stream. Are you talking about when I put the little talking mouth PNG over the turtle, the Android turtle emoji? I don't know if I would necessarily say that's quite the same thing. Should just animate that, really. Make a GIF. He's absolutely butt naked. I am not. I am wearing boxers. Like, look, it's like, it's June. What do you want from me? What are you guys sitting in there? Like, you got your like ski mask and full leggings on? I don't. Your full diving suit? Yeah, exactly. It's humid, baby. It was actually like raining all day, so you know it's actually quite humid around here just based on that alone. It's been a soggy day, and it was actually like nice and cool when I was coming home from work, but not now. Besides, the other thing is that, you know, playing video games gets you nice and worked up. Much like CNC Music Factory, it's gonna make you sweat. Video games, that is. What is up with Big Chubby? This is how many times am I going to get Big Chubby? I don't even like this item that much. Why does it keep appearing in my games? Ugh. Anyway, I'm naked, sweaty, and angry. I understand. Look, you don't even gotta explain yourself to me. I understand perfectly. Nice. The rare soul poop. Well, soul, I guess, vending machine, but why'd I confuse that with poop? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. To me. Oh, I have no more keys. All right, well, that's gonna be something to look for. Not that I really have enough money to get, you know, something of worth, but we'll see. You guys think it's hot? Take a trip here to the Philippines during summer? No. Oh my god, that would be the worst. But it is a hot one today. It's like 7 inches from the midday sun. See, I told you. If you run out of stuff to say, song lyrics. It's easy. Ah! Oh, Goro, you're such a jackass. The world. Well, say that for the next floor, I suppose. I'm in shorts and a graphic tee. I'm in underwear. Sitting cross-legged on my big comfy chair. And leaning into the microphone so that you can hear my great spaghetti ASMR. Ah! Kind of almost screwed that one up. Well, I guess I could have also bombed my way into the shop too, but what's damn. Restock? Maybe? Like, I feel like there's something to be said about getting a good old restock machine working for me. I gotta actually get the money for it first. That's currently not happening. Alright, well. Whatever. It's not that important. I'm not gonna really say that's any sort of essential item, especially after it's been nerfed, you know, quite a bit since the old poop birthdays. Is it poop birth or after poop? I can't even remember which one. What's the most annoying regular enemy? Hosts. Hosts, no question. I don't even think anybody's gonna disagree with that. They're just the worst. Okay. Beneath the Mask for this floor. That is a weird choice. Just the idle music, basically. Vox chat is like 90% Brazilian. Yeah, because people in Brazil have good taste. Yo, true gamers, all in Dead Cells and other assorted roguelite lifestyle. Chill music. I mean, don't get me wrong, Beneath the Mask is actually like a really good song, but I have heard it for like roughly 300 hours. So, I don't know if it's quite still got the luster that it once had on it. Okay, come on. Come on. And one more. And nothing. Just one very loud fart with reverb sound effect. Just fart sound effect with reverb. It's like the reverb is not a sound effect. The reverb is just an alteration of how the music is. Or sound effect in this case. I don't even recognize this song. I mean, did they play that like during the Get Smoked Kids thing? Because I didn't actually do that. That's the one theme that I can't remember the name of. It's like one of the shop themes. More. Oh, I do remember that song. I remember all the songs in this video, in this godforsaken video game. But where'd that appear? Oh. Well, we need more poop going on here. Poop a stinka ain't quite poop a stinka enough just yet. Christ. Oh. Came through the boss room through the secret room, or have they patched it? The secret room. Oh no, I think I can actually. Considering it right now, and I do have the bombs for that. I think there's some sort of caveat to having that work, but I have done it before, and it definitely did still. You know, I'm thinking about it right now. It's like, well, I did take number 2 now, didn't I? Me, the big fat baby, just like in real life. This is currently what I look like in real life as well. I will take that. Okay, good. Oh yeah, we get even more funny fart sound effects. Perfect. Huh. Yes, the more bats. That was one of the previous runs that did not get included in the episode for good reason. There we are. There you are. So you're an ugly... No, I'm a bluebird. Eh? There we go. And looking good, at least. So glad I got the Dwayne's. Dwayne's really helped me out here. I appreciate his presence in this game now. In the non-stop funny fart game that I've created for myself. In the hell that I've created for myself that is the non-stop funny fart game. Yeah, at least get the lucky penny out of there. That's the one I want. Well, both of them, I mean. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I already know where the secret room is, so probably not here, unless it's to the left. Which it might be if we're doing the cha-cha slide. No. I mean, I guess I do have more or less infinite bombs now, don't I? Might as well use them. Yeah. Oh, peak Isaac content here. Oh, should just be the thumbnail for the episode, I suppose. All right. Great. Number 2 is a surprisingly good item, but incredibly risky. That's just... Okay, now come on. That's just an Animaniac. You're not fooling me here, video game. All right, give me more cards, I guess. Give me the Wheel of Fortune. Why not? Okay. Okay. Why is it the belt that always goes to the left? I don't know. You know, they're good questions. Ones that I can't really answer. You know, what do you got? A very interesting theory, but at the same time, I have posted select body parts on stream. No, that makes it sound way worse. I have posted like very small parts of my face. Okay, well that actually took him down like really quick. Hey, grapefruit item again. Not as good as I was hoping for, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it, I suppose. All right. Just do fart reverb version of this song. That's what I want to hear. And oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, there we go. That works. All right, middle-aged man laughs at start fox sound effect. Whatever. You know what? That's how I said it. There. is a Chad IRL and is gaslighting us into thinking he's overweight. What if, you know, by the time that I actually do show myself, which will probably be never, that I actually did lose a lot of weight and everything, and I'm just like, oh yeah, man, I used to be. That was years ago. Now I look like, you know, muscular Santa or something. What if that happened? Ah, sure, what do you got? Okay, now, come on. Ah! That's me, Dr. Muscle Santa Firebird. Hey! Really now? I never used to be an adventurer. This is just the opening screen, the opening theme to the game. But it's... I question the music choices in this a little bit. Okay. Look, I mean, here's the thing. As far as you know, I'm just a disembodied voice. I can be literally anything that I want. I could be some sort of gigantic muscular werewolf with a huge bulge, and you'd never know. Okay. That is how I request to be drawn in any sort of fan art that happens to exist. Please. All right. I'm gonna go over to the item room, I guess, at this point in time. It's Morbius IRL. Oh God, please no. I know at one point in time I did say that I was the Jared Leto Joker, but please, no. Please, God, no. Please, Jesus Christ, God, no. We do be living in a society. All right. That's not even that Joker. Mom's eye. Just give me all the eyes, baby. I'm Isaac today. God can't help you now. God could never help me. I'm beyond saving. I'm the Joker, baby! Well, I mean... Oh, I the wrong way. By using all of my powers to shit everywhere, I can get over to this and get another son. Wow! Amazing! Okay. I don't know about that one, man. Ah! Unlimited shit works. Terrible. I swore the channel would never become that, but and yet here we are anyway. What do you got? Oh, that was not worth it. You know, here, just do it again. Going back, Jack, do it again. Yeah, these things like actually heal from fart clouds because funny poo-poo fart. A fat, overweight Joker. I'm sure there's been overweight Jokers that exist in Batman canon before. Surely there's like some sort of nerd hacker Joker that existed like during some sort of 90s plot line that nobody liked but still gets referenced every now and then because people just reference because comics have been ongoing for 80 years. I love callbacks. Yeah. There we are. And the Joker, boy! I'm the Joker! I'm the Joker, baby! Sorry, I just felt the urge to do that when the opportunity presented itself. Hey, it's the Lon Ranch guy. Oh my God, the Dreads Joker. The Batman was actually a pretty decent show, but good old weird, like, I don't even know. It was such a weird design. Oh, really? I thought I had him there.
Joker.
Ooh. Whoa, what's this notice bulge? How many times do I need to say that here? Fart. The design choices were strange, but it was like overall, it was a pretty decent show though. It's just I don't know what they were thinking with that. I mean, it's not like there have been like weird Jokers before. What is that item? Trisagion. It is, well, I mean, as you can see, it shoots out a piercing, a piercing like short-range brimstone blast that still has still travels outwards that can hit enemies multiple times. Yoink! Hit that Yonky Splunky. You know what? What do you got? Give me the cards. Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Sure. You know what? Just in case I do manage to find a just in case I do manage to find a devil room. He was in fact quite the Joker, baby. It's me. I'm just a little Joker, baby. What is this? Why is this the voice episode? I don't like this. I don't like doing this. This is not my brand. I don't want it to be my brand. I guess it's something about Isaac. It just brings it out of me. And you gotta shove it back in. Yeah, one of the lower levels of Mementos. I like that. Did sort of the Tartarus thing. It was a good little bit in the game. Is there a multiplayer Joker, baby? Yes, there is. I believe it looks more like the animated series Joker, if I'm remembering correctly. There is. I do definitely remember that one, though. Well, at least I can destroy these poops pretty easily, because, again, piercing and hits enemies multiple times, which is why it's actually pretty good. It's not quite Holy Brimstone, but it does approximate something along the lines of that. Being at least very large and, flies very far. Multiple times. Bring back Eggman. Do we really need to? Right, I shoot those way out in front. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, the Magician's great and everything, but I kind of have like two pretty good cards hanging around here as it is, so. Fart sound effect. Sure. Actually, you know what I should do is I should save the Joker, baby God, for the mom fight. It's the Fumo. For the mom fight, where if I don't get a room after that, now I can guarantee it, and hopefully it'll be an angel room. I think I've got a pretty good chance with both the key pieces, but you never really know. Okay, is it a fucking Tuhu reference? Not even a Tuhu reference. It's a Tuhu culture reference. Because that's the Fumos, like the little dopey-looking dolls of Toho characters. Just go look up Reimu Fumo, F-U-M-O, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. It's that exact thing. It's not even just Toho, not even just the Tuhus. So much more than that. I know those, as do I. The Jock Tour. Joker's World Tour, the sequel to Joker. Ah. Look with your special eyes. Commercial. It's like the new version of the Calling Sears meme from so many years ago. I want to go back to I'll go see the shop. I got it. Just took me a second as I was remembering my favorite 80s band. The. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day where things fall into place. Okay, yeah, well, should have seen that coming, really. All right, well, so much for that. Oh, shiny rock, great. Whatever, let's just get out of here. Fart. Wins Keeper again. We have 500 more coins to put into the machine before the Keeper is before Keeper is unlocked. And I mean, we can do greed mode runs if you so choose. If you're like, hey man, I want to see some greed mode runs, but like, I don't know, man. Do you? Do you want to see some greed mode runs, or do you want to see me unlock the Lost? Interesting. I got Gish for the first time. Right. At least I got that. Well, obviously. No choices. The choice is already made, really. Although Soul Locket I did just unlock, but look at that. Like, what do you want from me? Yeah. All right. Hopefully. Oh, the Madarame Palace, eh? Catchy palace theme. I like my favorite, though. I think it's actually the one where you go into the Golden Realm, specifically. Which I like the original theme a little bit more. I also found that the case for Kaneshiro's palace as well. Triseg Sacred Heart is Pog. Yeah, I know, because it hits multiple times. I don't quite have, like, the... Come on, now. I don't quite have, the... Godhead unlocked, but... Good lord, you can't get much closer than this. This is the sort of run where Jesus is bathing me and making me squeaky clean. Ah, almost got it. Not close enough, though. There we go. All right. Speaking of Pog, you know what? I'll actually replace I'm gonna get the white horse here. Yeah, give it to me. I think that is like super worthwhile. I'm not gonna be able to get to the fight against funny man. That's not. You know what I'm talking about. Nothing. Hush. A Bible reading stream. You know, what happened to you guys wanting me to play, The Longing? I was totally going to just do Dr. Inferno Firebird reads books for this 4,000-hour game. I just go load it up and I'd be like, hey, where were we last at in the Iliad? and I would of course give you my my commentary about it too. Be like, ha, what an idiot. This is why we had to have a sequel. Because of choices like this. But anyway, wants to go do an entire read through of Moby Dick. No, please God, no, it's so boring. It's like there's like 100 pages on the ins and outs of fishing. Nobody wants to hear that. Anyway, there was a Bible reading stream. That was during why can't I remember the name? Into the Breach, when I played that game. Fun game, by the way. Again, that's that sort of like, you know, turn-based strategy game that I feel like I don't see enough around here. Ah! I'm sorry, I have the haptic feedback turned on, where I also feel the damage the character takes, apparently. It's video games of the future. PlayStation Magazine told me about that back in 1999. Anyway. Do Dracula reading. With Dracula Daily, I actually had a coworker give me Dracula Daily, but I've already read Dracula. It's actually a very good book. It's like, I think for a 100-year-old horror novel, it holds up extremely well. That's why it's like, I don't know. You only say I'm super interested? Yeah. Good stuff. Are you... Yeah, speaking of Fuzakanai. Really? Damn it! And it's Tanaka's channel again. How's it going with Invisible Ink? I haven't been playing it. It's just been a lot of Isaac as of late. I'm gonna probably like sit down 2 hours or something tomorrow and like, you know, post some sort of unlock here that I managed to get. This sucks. Yeah, whatever. Okay, are we almost done? Still mad.
Joker.
still mad at you. Well, we'll get the Satan unlock. I don't even know what it is, but I can only hope that it's going to be at least somewhat worthwhile. I got no idea. What? Thank you for the tiny bruh. I tried listening to the Dracula audiobook. It turns out listening to a book in a foreign language from 1897 is really difficult. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, that is a thing where it's just like the language grows and evolves and changes and everything like that with time, and that makes it a little bit difficult to sometimes understand the parlance, especially if you're not a native English speaker, for example, or whatever the language the book happens to be in. Oh no, hey, speaking of Persona 5, you know, Morgana referring to himself as Wagahai was a reference to a very old novel, I Am a Cat. Very archaic word of saying myself, but still gets a reference, which is kind of fun. Anyway. Tanaka is the I know he's the devil, but it's just like still. Really? Again, they did that with the Persona 4 soundtrack too. I feel like certainly you could do something else here. I'm still mad that I didn't. Like I did all of the like due diligence to be able to get. Here, you know what? Just use the credit card at this point in time, I guess. Did all the due diligence to try and get the angel room here, and it didn't even work out. Including, yeah, having yeah, okay. Including having the Joker card, Joker baby card, to really make absolutely sure that I would be able to get into that room regardless of what happened, and the game still just slapped that card out right out of my hand and said, "Hey, it's me, Eggman McMullen. And I'm like, I get it. Just because I didn't understand what you said doesn't mean I didn't understand the emotion of it. Anyway. All right. Okay. Rock. Oh boy. Here we go. Well, so funny poo-poo. At least from this point on, I won't have to rely on unreliable means to attempt to get into like a shoal in the cathedral. It's just, ugh. Still mad about that. I took 10 runs to be able to do this. So long. All right, well. Wait, did I not? Oh yeah, I did actually unlock. I forgot because I got the Ankh at one point in time. So when I was doing a run with Azazel, so I had actually already beat Satan with whatever. Well, now I got it on hard mode. Doesn't matter. All right. At least now it should be absolutely guaranteed. And hey, library too. On top of that. We're talking about books here. This is only too apropos. Fart sound effect. Anyway. It's interesting. I'm kind of surprised to think that 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 Dracula Daily website is popular because yeah, my coworker is like, he's a guy reads a lot of books. how say bibliophile. There, that works. Well, just like I didn't realize that was sort of a thing that was going around. I thought that was just something that he happened to find. Get out of here, you. Okay, come on. Slowly. This is again where the death card would come in handy. I think that was a run that didn't actually appear in this episode. But whatever. I better get something good from that library because otherwise I would have just restart when I saw a room like this. Has a thing for vampires? Yeah. Don't we all? I don't. I gotta tell you, I find no joy in the demon dead. Whoa, that's what I'm gonna take. Anyway, the voice episode. I don't know why. I don't. It just is. This is something we're gonna have to live with. But Yeah, the Demon Dead. Not a fan, not a fan. I mean, as you all know, that I do have a vendetta against the undead in general, just because of how much they plague me in video games. Just period. Nobody likes seeing a lich in a video game. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Rogue Legacy 1. And then it didn't even appear in Rogue Legacy 2, so who was truly in the wrong? Nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a monster style, yeah, I would say vampire's kind of low tier. Kind of a low tier 1, you know? You can do better in terms of monster girls. Just go to the slime girls, of course. Number 1 answer. Put it up on the board. You still refuse to read text on screen because it's not voice acting channel. Who are you fooling? Yeah, it's still not voice acting channel. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, did it become voice acting channel? Well, might be something. I need a key. Oh, I hate when I don't get a key on the first floor when I really need it. Fart sound effect. Come on. Well, if we're going to do voice acting channel, if I do the longing, then I definitely will. I mean, I don't really know how I could do voice acting channel without, if I were to do, like, reading a novel without doing voice acting. You at least need to, like, make some sort of differentiation in the character that's talking. Even if you're not having to do, bedtime reading stories. What about werewolves? I guess. Like, what sort of werewolves are we talking about? Like men who don the skin of a wolf so as to... No key! Well, no, that's not entirely true because there might be something over here. What's this card, by the way? Judgment. Just think about that while fart sound effects play. Werewolves are hot. Yeah. Everybody says that on this channel. Oh. Well, what do you got? Fun, but not quite what I'm looking for. Really want to go for that. I really want to go for that library. Well, what do we have here? I'm willing to do a little bit more desperate looking around on floors compared to most. Coming from somebody who has a thing for birds, what do you like about birds in particular? I'm curious. Yeah. Come on. God, I don't think I'm getting inside of there. It really just refuses to let me in. Tell ya. I mean, I could, of course, just run myself right into that one more time, but that is just not going to happen. Damn it. And like a book, getting like Book of Revelations or something would be extremely useful right now, let me tell you. Oh, well. What do you got in here, though? At least going down on health means that I get one extra item here, if nothing else. There's still plenty of time for this run to work out regardless. They can shit talk without consequence? I suppose so, but, I mean, so can I. Just try and stop me, chat. Okay. It's okay, it's just how to jump in Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh, what, we didn't get Anarchist Cookbook or... We didn't get Anarchist Cook... Damn it. Well, what's the meme thing that we're doing this time? Anarchist Cookbook or Book of Secrets in there as well? Maybe it's one of those rare libraries that just have like 2 cards inside of it. It's just like, oh man, really? Thanks. The Isaac of Isaac. Oh, come on. What else? Is there something that we can do that has a more of an effect in mod in the more of a mod in the actual game? Because I'm not going to be watching the intro too often now, am I? At least that is the idea right now. Car mod? No character mod. Not yet. It's a library, but all the books have a single word in each book. That still would probably be better because then I could at least get bookworm from that. Isaac being like a 6-year-old child, I think would probably appreciate only a single word being in each book. Well, let's get the Isaac of Isaac, I suppose. Not really getting any other good suggestions here. The Isaac of Isaac, Isaac. And they were both Isaac. All right, send it up, baby. Hopefully my internet doesn't go down as per usual. You never really know, to be honest. Nope, I think it's good. All right. Well, still got to get more meme mods around here. I don't quite have enough of them just yet. Or just more soundtracks. I don't know. We can find a good soundtrack too, perhaps.
Isaac and his Isaac lived alone in a small Isaac on a Isaac. Isaac kept to himself, drawing Isaac and playing with his Isaac as his Isaac watched Christian Isaac on the Isaac. Isaac was simple, and they were both Isaac. That was until the Isaac heard of Isaac from Isaac. Your Isaac has become Isaac by Isaac. He needs to be Isaac. I will do my best. Isaac, in my Isaac. Isaac's Isaac replied, rushing into Isaac's Isaac, removing all that was Isaac from his Isaac. Again, the Isaac called to Isaac. Isaac's Isaac is still Isaac. He needs to be cut off from all that is Isaac in this Isaac and confess his Isaac. I will follow your Isaac. I have Isaac in thee. Isaac's Isaac replied as she locked Isaac in his Isaac away from the Isaacs of the Isaac. One last Isaac. Isaac's Isaac heard the Isaacs of Isaac calling to Isaac. You've done as I've asked, but I still question your Isaac to prove your Isaac. I will ask one more Isaac of Isaac. Yes, Isaac, anything. Isaac's Isaac begged. To prove your Isaac, then Isaac, I require Isaac. Your Isaac will be the Isaac. Go into his Isaac and end his Isaac as an Isaac to prove you Isaac, me above all Isaac. Yes, Isaac, she replied, grabbing up Isaac from the Isaac. Isaac, watching through Isaac in his Isaac, trembled in Isaac, scrambling around his Isaac to find Isaac. He noticed Isaac to the Isaac hidden under his Isaac. Without Isaac, he flung open Isaac, just as Isaac burst through his Isaac and threw himself down into the unknown Isaac below.
And there, if you were ever curious as to what exactly the plot of this game is, that was that's it. That person also went on to create Antibirth and the big expansion that I'm currently playing right now. By the way. Yep. Anyway. All right. What are we doing now? Hopefully, like, not another failed run because I don't know how many more meme mods I got here at this rate. We're not even playing the Lost yet. Come on, all I gotta do is, like, literally get over to literally get back to the mom fight again. It's like, that's such a good run last time, too, and everything. Man. Bruh. Oh, man, what about the Found? I mean, that's the Forgore, really. Yeah, that's what I would call the Forgore. Here's the next one I should do. Just get something that replaces the name The Forgotten with the Forgore. And there you go. Fart sound effect achieved. I still don't even have the planetariums unlocked just yet. Well, one of the things I could do is go and unlock the D20 and just go and break greed mode or something. Usually a pretty easy way to go and get a lot of those combinations, transformations, etc. and so on working for you. Not my favorite, but I'll take it. Hey, I got a key on this floor. I mean, Blue Baby would also somewhat be the found, but I think it's more specifically the Forgotten that is the one that is actually found. The Blue Baby is not. Ever. Oh, come on. Really, I feel like you're mostly safe in front of this version of the Haunt, but not always, I suppose. And yet it would be good, but it's not. Maybe if I get Dark Bum or something, that'd be really useful. That was the thing that made unlocking the Forgor that much easier, really. Being able to get a lot of extra health doing that alone. No. As always, you know, like the remove curses mods just becoming more and more and more tempting with each one of the times that I get Curse of the Night. I haven't even gotten Curse of the Unknown just yet. Wait, Curse of the Lost. Which one has you do the terrible not see items thing? That one's the worst. Hey, at least I got a Dwayne here. There's one cool Dwayner hanging out. If I can get a bomb, and considering that I wasn't even able to get a key previously, that might just be something that has... Well, I guess I might as well go see what's in the boss room. Great. Whatever. Just... we'll do another meme. Meme mod at this rate, I guess. Is it possible to have too many mods? That you have so many mods that the game collapses on itself? Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, don't even worry. That's a real possibility, in fact. Such is the way of modding, really. Oh. Well, whatever. Whatever. Look, it's fine. And go and queue up your next mod. I'm going to be continuing on with the video game regardless. I'm sure you can. I'll give you plenty of time to think it over. You picked up the soap? Yeah, why not? At this rate. Oh, what a smiling friends reference too. Well, now I got the Curse of the Lost. Great. Cool. Cool and great. Cool and great and awesome and great and good and cool. I'm so happy. I'm so incredibly happy. You can hear it in my voice. You can feel it in my words. You can hear it in the bruh sound effect that plays when I get hit. Memes are, of course, humans' most pure form of emotion. Hey, I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. Okay, no, we're not doing that. This is not karaoke night here. Come on. It's definitely not going to be a thing. I'm thinking shares are pretty good. I got thinking shares, and I can also go re-roll the poop. Alright. In fact, I can go re-roll the poop with this. Maybe not. You might say that that's kind of like not the best use of it, but yes, it is. What are you talking about? What do you mean it's not the best use of it? Yes, it is. What do you got? Nope. Yes, I would have liked that, Dwayne, but sacrifices have to be made. Anyway, don't be mad, bro. It's just a game. No, if anything, it's like when you stop being angry, that's when you lose to your... What was that dumb quote? I just remember that stupid, like, some streamer or whatever. That's when you've truly lost, when you stop being angry. All right. Is it worth it to go throw one more coin? Maybe I'll at least explore the rest of the floor here first. Wasn't that XQC? I don't know. I actually don't even know who XQC is. I'm going to be real with you. Something you lose twice. Yeah, something dumb like that. All right. Key. And bad gas. More funny fart. Okay. I know he's a streamer. I mean, I do know that it's... I mean, there's a lot of people that stream. All right. What you made have to be on the game. Get that one Casey Green comic about the frog that tells people to stop being mad at video games. Come on! Hey, come on! Ninja? Was that Ninja? Fortnite Ninja? The man who made Fortnite famous? The man, the myth, the ninja? The Fortnite? The famous Facebook streamer? No, Mixer streamer? What did he go to? I don't know. Wait, why am I making fun? This is one of those things where it's just like, for whatever reason, I just decide to like pick on these people that I don't even know. Last time was Markiplier, I remember, and it's just like, I got nothing against that guy. Why am I making fun of him? Ugh. Yeah. Girlfriend just bought me Tech X, not asked for. Why would you ever not ask for a Tech X? So good. Oh! Ah! Wipeout. Okay, and one more. There we go. And hey, at least I got that. And you know what? What do you got? A little bit of flight here. Temporary flight is probably, again, not the best usage of the pinking shears, but pretty sure in this case it is. I would think that not losing health this early in the game is actually kind of worthwhile. Yeah. Well, what sort of wacky nonsense we got going on? Oh, wow, just a bunch of these. Okay, well then. Bruh, yes. Wasn't Shears charge 6 before? I believe so. Probably like not even undeservingly. It's a pretty good item. It's like, you know, you get flight and you also get like a meat boy. Like a fully leveled up meat boy alongside it. It's quite a good item. Also, didn't it used to be that you need to die like 50 times or something to be able to unlock them? Or did they change that to the scissors? Kind of surprised that I even have it right now. Yeah, there we go. Spoonbender, always a nice, not something that usually will like be a deciding factor in a run or anything like that, but always a nice item to have. Still, of course, this has to be like the one time that it's not actually all that useful. These stupid pots blocking the way. Come on. Phrase is just a game with such a weak mindset. You're okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you stop twice. Keep gambling. It's all I hear. Ah. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hate that. But, alright, doing okay. And one more. Do I even go into the shop? I don't think it's worthwhile. Mixer's gone. He's back to Twitch. Yeah, he's back to Twitch now. I thought it was like Facebook or something, but I think that's just wrong. Incorrect. Ugh. Sack time. It's happening. Sack, spaghetti, all of your favorite combinations of just stupid combinations. Just all the stupid combinations. Okay. Of things currently happening in this. These streams are terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't watch the Isaac streams. Just let me have my fun and wait until the next Dead Cells episode. Should be tomorrow. We're doing the Cursed Sword, everybody. Doing more terrible Cursed Sword trials. Why did I call it the Cursed Sword trials? I still have no reason for that. I'm not even going to call it the next episode. I'll figure out something. I was here for the ASMR spaghetti. Oh boy. Great. So, you know. You know. You can't unknow. Unfortunately. Look, I'd love to make you unknow the spaghetti ASMR, but it's not possible. There we are. And aside from that, not too much of anything. All right. Yeah, baby. Just fuck me right up. When will you play another disastrous Metro game? What do you mean? That game was very good. That was a good game. Okay, now I want to go back into the shop. It's not the most ideal usage of that, but hey, at least I get something out of these terrible pills. Okay. I mean, I'll play another Metro game when people want me to. When there's a little bit of interest, a little bit of intrigue. People who force me with the channel points to play the game. I mean, that's what I'm getting at here. When that happens, only then will another... Oh, well, that would have been nice to have earlier. Only then will another Metroid game be played. Until then, I still have... Okay. I still have quite a few things left that I need to do after all. There's a lot of video games out there that I need to be playing. Didn't you want to do Pony Island? Oh yeah, I was going to start that up. Parabox, final episode of that was just out today. So we got openings, baby. I'm thinking that what we're probably going to be looking at is tomorrow, obviously Isaac. And hopefully first episode of Pony Island. But it is also like 10:30 right now. I should probably go work on that. Stop making fun of streamers that are much more popular than myself, really. That's like what we're gonna do is it's gonna be whatever. It's gonna be Pony Island into the Hex into Inscription. And I'm gonna try and figure out some sort of way to show a lot of the secrets, if not all of them, with each one of those games. Some of them, though, like, yeah, do require me to go to Vancouver, which I'm not. They require me to go back in time and go to a stream in Vancouver, which is not going to happen. Yeah. Thought you were recording Invisible Ink tomorrow? Well, yeah, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record Pony Island tonight. Don't you understand? Like, for example, I played a lot of Isaac yesterday, and then I also this is the worst, by the way. I also to Beneath the Mask, of course. Vancouver? Yeah, apparently that's where the they were doing like a stream with the person who played Luke Carter and Daniel Mullins, where they were finding the actual Inscription disc. Not actually, but you know what I'm saying. And it was also a part of the ARG. Okay. Never gonna die. When I don't have bombs. I don't have my thinking shears up. Guacamelee has made your favorite Dead Cells item. I mean, it could. I mean, look, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Guacamelee, but I mean, you know, me, I'm also like not a huge fan of. Oh, God. Me, I'm also like not a huge fan of the Metroid style games. So you know, it's got to be something like real special. Yeah, okay. That is what a run. It's like. Was that like literally impossible to win? At least with the way I was doing it, I suppose. Hey, Parasitoid, there we go. I said Metroid-style games. You're not trying to fool me. I mean, you are trying to fool me. You're not going to fool me. You know what they say. Can't get fooled again. Okay, there we go. More of an action platformer. I mean, I've seen a full playthrough of it before. By the way, do you know that Chozo is Japanese for storage? If you have me end up playing that game. Just a little random factoid. What's the question mark underneath your health bar? Probably me saying that it was the curse of the not being able to see your health. No, I don't know if there was something different there. I didn't even see it, to be honest. What about Castlevania style games? I mean, you can go see like the Aria of Sorrow playthrough I did on the channel. I like them, but you know, again, I have the same issues with them that I have with like Metroid style games, but I like the more RPG element style of it. Oh, that's only quality level 3. I was kind of like, oh, why am I not pogging? You should be pogging here. Surely this is a poggable moment. No, only item quality 3. Yeah, I know, right, bruh, damage mod? That's the co-commentator for this series, the Bra Damage mod, and the fart with reverb sound effect. Aria Sara pretty good. It is. Had a lot of fun with it. I also ended the series doing a full review of every one of the souls, which I thought was, I don't know, that was fun to do. Okay, Netflix series, never ever seen it. I have no interest in getting Netflix purely to watch a video game related media. Ugh. Imagine wanting to watch video game related media that aren't video games. Wouldn't be me. Anyway, I am looking forward. When are we getting the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer? That I am kind of looking forward to, just because I want to hear whatever sort of weird voice that Chris Pratt is going to be doing. Because they said he's going to be doing the voice, but he's not going to be doing Charles Martinet's Mario. And that is, like, I'm not going to watch it, but I'm surely going to watch somebody else who's going to watch it. Surely. That sort of thing cannot not happen. It's actually good. Yeah, I play Castlevania for the story, so I'm really interested in seeing what the narrative is of I want to see them expand on the narrative of a Castlevania game. Yeah. I mean, neither am I, so that's why I pirated it. You know I don't pirate things, though. I'm a good Christian boy. How many times do I need to say that over the course of this series? That's 2/3 the way to being pretty fly. Beelzebub clearly doesn't understand the deep lore. I know the lore of Castlevania. Do you want me to do an entire thing about the lore of Castlevania? Everything about like Castlevania the Adventure all the way up to the War of 1999 with Julius Belmont. Like, I understand the lore. That is not the stopping point for me watching that series. Please don't. That's not what you want me to explain the lore of video games. I know so much about it. You think more people would want to hear it. I'm such an expert. Not another lore dive. Why don't you want to hear another lore dive? I thought everybody loved the lore dives. There's like that Vati guy on the internet who does all the lore stuff, and the Game Theory man who talks about how big Luigi's penis is. Everybody loves those guys. Why can't I be like that too? You can tell that I'm getting like progressively like sweatier and sweatier over here. When I just like, when there's like this certain, I don't know, je ne sais quoi that happens. And it's like, yeah, he's getting tired. I want to at least unlock the D6, please. I'll take that. Okay. Hanged Man, I'm actually going to be using. Right, what's wrong with Lords of Darkness? Oh man, did you ever see the sequel to that game? Also, that's like you know, alternate reboot stuff. Symphony is the first Metroidvania? Yeah, of course it is. You're right, chat. Symphony is the first one. How could I forget? Thought I had it. I think Castlevania The Adventure is also not the first one anymore, but it was for a while. That was like considered to be the like, yeah, like I think like the first chronologically. Hey. Also, that's considered a good pill. Sure, it's not. That was a lie. I lied to you. I lied to you all. I'm sorry. Anyway, Lords of Darkness I always heard was all right, but man, I just keep every time I think of Lords of Darkness, I just think of the sequel, the weird sequel. I need keys. Also, that one part where, like, doesn't he just, like, inexplicably speak Italian at one point for seemingly no reason? Like, near the end of the game? Nice. And nothing. This is the extent of my knowledge about the first game. Narrated by Patrick Stewart? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. How many more things can I remember about this video game? I should just go watch a playthrough of it at some point in time. Yeah, sure, give it to me. I ain't too picky. At least as of right now. This is working out okay. It was. Up until I shouted loudly. Frankly, I blame it entirely on me shouting loudly. Okay. And okay. And you know what? This seems... No, it's not, because it's on the side of a thing. I'm getting tired. Okay. Okay. At least he's the bomb on Dwayne in the item room. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I'm like the Forgotten. If only you could actually have access to the cathedral in a reasonable amount of runs. We'd already be done with this. That's not Eggman's game, though. No. In Eggman's game, you gotta beat the really insignificant bosses 12 times before you get the honor of doing the slightly less insignificant bosses. So decrees the Egged Man. Monstrance, not my favorite, but you know what? It's not Breath of Life. No Breath of Life in the stream. Breath of Life count 0. 12, not 10, true. It's even more. It's even worse. I was giving him too much credit. And it's like I say, slightly less insignificant bosses, because to be honest, Blue Baby and the lamb, kind of insignificant also at this point, compared to a lot of the other ones that now exist. What about Breath of a While? What about Bra of a While? Hey, Grapefruit Ivy. Give it to me, baby. Even though that means that I just came out of here at a neither positive nor negative gain. Whatever, I'll take it, I suppose. It's better than nothing. Or actively losing health, I guess. There we go. Probably a little bit risky, but you know, that's me. I like to play it risky. Yeah, I don't. I do? Sort of, sometimes. There are points. I would like to say the points in time that I am playing it risky, I'm not actually playing it risky, but I'm actually playing it safer than it might look. Consider that. Okay, what do you got? Maybe some... sure. Take some money. I'm okay with that. Monsters make you basically immune to spiders and fly. They die before they reach you. I don't know necessarily immune, but certainly it's going to make it hard for them to reach me. Like if they really dashed in, or if, you know, they exploded out of an enemy, like say some of the ones that you find on the Ascent can do, then maybe it could still, you know, slam directly into me. But should be. Let's take a look here. Yeah, mostly. As long as I'm not running directly into the flies, I think it should be mostly immune. still, trying to deal with flies. It's like, you know, you get enough good enough run. That's not really even a concern at a certain point. Yeah. Yeah. That's working out, though. I have no keys. I gotta get some keys. Come on. There we go. Ugh. I get the, you know, I'm getting, oh, great, Morb. You know, I got PhD, and these are the pills I'm getting. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a fork. Kiss your cigarette wife goodbye. Okay, I should stop getting farted on. But at the same time, I'm also getting impatient to just do this already. Well, I don't know. PhD was not in pharmaceuticals. True. Well. 3 wells. And, you know, there's a lot more bombs. It effectively turns this thing into the Minecrafter item. Oh, great. These are not morbs, though. Yeah. What do I even want to use this on, though? Can't even get into the other thing. Double down on the Poop Master. Yeah, but like, you know. It's a synergy, I guess. I don't know if I like this one. I don't know if I like this one. Yeah, it should like work the same way that any sort of bomb does, and also, you know, to be effectively be the exact same sort of use as a bomb. Ugh. Yeah? Oh, wow, yeah, no, he just takes care of himself. I still have no keys. Huh. Well, I hate this game. Anyway, let's continue on. Yeesh. Hey, you got anything? No. God, I don't know, man. Like, this is terrible. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to skip and everything, and I don't even have the planetarium. Like, I don't even have the planetarium unlocked to, like, at least, you know, have that be a partial, like, useful thing to happen. Oh. Well, at least Dwayne's are gonna go down easy when I get the opportunity. Why the opening screen music? I just don't understand. You know, at least this should take, like, make taking hosts out easy enough as well. And once again, I'm using monstrance as a lot of my source of damage, which I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like it. That said, if I can get a key in any variety here, I would be okay with that. Nope. And you know what? I don't even want to do this. Kind of unnecessary, really, when you have a fool card like that. It's not like I'm going to be using the fool card for too much else, because I don't even have, like, the secret exit, the alternate exit unlocked. So, oh, this is a vexing set of runs. Once again, though, at least, you know, hey, secret rooms coming fast and furious. And I can actually go get inside of the... shop now, alright? I think that is at least... there's something at least to be said about that. Ah! You have to make absolutely sure that I stay away from other poops that just kind of appear in the level, though. Yeah? Nice. Now that's what we call pro-level dodges in the business. Nope, and I also can't even see my health, which is also great too. Monstrance is the major source of damage for this run. That's not great. Didn't even get him in the right area. There we go. Hey, man, I have to wake up early, so I'm gonna try and catch some sleep. Bye. Thanks for coming by. Yes, more farting. Perfect. This is what I wanted. This is the sort of run that I guess I'm doing right now. Always with the farting. Pooping, farting. I mean, again, it's like that might be good, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm just taking a look at like what the sort of run that I have right now. I don't necessarily know if that's gonna actually be worth anything. Really. There we go. Can I go in here? No, I still take damage. But hey, that's good. Actual damage. Okay. Come on, get the shop and I might be able to have something work here. I feel like a good shop. Although, yeah, Little Dumpy does also like do some good stuff as well. I feel like a good shop can really get me into a really good groove when it comes to the rest of this run at this point in time. Now, you know what? I got bombs. I'll just do this. Make it easy. Because God certainly ain't making it easy on me. There we go. And anything else? No. This is steps 1. So I do at least have one more floor that I'm going to be going to before I kind of lose out on all opportunity to do anything else. See, you can't poop on buttons. Why? Okay, fine then. God, I might actually be like really running out of health at this rate too. Come on. What do you got? Oh my God. Why'd that poop take so long to destroy? Great. And it gave me a Steam sale as well. Oh, this is horrible. Yeah. Oh, that killed me. Well, that was terrible. You know what? We're not putting this episode up. I'll say that right now. Oh, man. What a terrible set of runs. I mean, actually, I had some good sets of runs, but none of them actually were able to just unlock the single thing that I could. Ah, I hate this. All right, good night, everybody. That was frustrating.